What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Elders Boxing. We back again with another one. We're gonna do a recap for the last two fight days. You had June 5th, June the 6th. Then we're gonna preview what we got going on tonight and tomorrow, early morning on Sunday morning. So we got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure everybody is good with the times and where you guys can watch the fights for today. So we're gonna get into it. Before I do that, though, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. You can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom. Tap in. It's all good. All right, so let's get to it. Jab Queen Boxing. Salute. What's good? JC in the building. Salute to you. Andre, what's good with you? What's good with you, bro? Salute. Salute, man. All right, we're going back to Thursday, June the 5th. This card right here was in Canada on ESPN Plus. So a couple of notable fighters on the card. The main event, Albert Ramirez, he had an early stoppage victory. He's a top contender at 175. I seen his promoter just call out Benavidez. I'm with it. Like honestly, that's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez can't get the top guys, Callum Smith, Yard. We know Viterbief and Bival are busy. But Albert Ramirez is like probably top 5, 6 at light heavyweight, depending on how you break it down. So he had some easy money. Easy money, got the victory, so he moves on. Arthur Belasanov. I like this guy, yo. He's undefeated. He scored a stoppage victory on this card, but he's 19-0, 16 KOs. He fights at 140. Southpaw, real good fighter, can box, can bang with you. He's the type of guy that he can do some things at 140, given the right opportunity. Like he's a good fighter, French contender, climbing his way up. But yeah, he's pretty solid. And then Fendero, that's the prospect. Fights at 175. You know, these young guys on the card be getting busy. Unel, he's a light heavyweight prospect. He called out Bawaxi after the fight, so we'll see. He improves to 13-0. So if you missed this card, you can go back and watch it on ESPN Plus. I mean, ESPN Plus is winding down with their boxing because Top Rank about to lose their contract. Their contract expires the end of July. The Xander Zayas card is the last fight for Top Rank, so y'all better get y'all boxing in while you can, for sure. Prediction for Mason gonna win. That's easy. That shit didn't change. Mason gonna stop that dude. PGA's big dog. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Yeah. Nakathila. Every time he step up, he gets stopped or he get beat easy. All right. Yesterday, so Josh Kelly came back. He had a comeback fight. You know what I'm saying? This was his full card. So Josh Kelly had a first round knockout. And he called out Batum Motazaliev for the IBF title. I ain't mad at it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Josh Kelly been around for a while. Um, he 30, I think, 30 or 31. It's time. Like, I don't know what we're waiting for. And he got a high ranking in the IBF. Now, him beating Bakram, that's a different story. That's another conversation. Him asking for the fight and wanting that fight, I'm not mad. Let's see if his team can get Bakram over there because Bakram, he's with main events in the U.S., but they don't have no fight dates. They don't got no network, no TV, no nothing. So he has to be the B side. He has to go to other people's backyard. And Bakram has a mandatory, Erickson Lubin. Not sure when they're going to order that, but probably if Bakram don't do a fight, they'll probably order that like pretty soon. So I ain't mad. Josh Kelly can fight though. It's just I want to see him step up, and I think it's about time. So we'll see. But he did call out Bakram. I give him props. Let's see. John Ingram, he had a easy opponent, easy money. That's the only notable guy really. Cyrus Patterson. It wasn't nothing too crazy. But yeah, Josh Kelly calling out Bakram. That's the story of the card though. You got Kevin winning too. That's a tough fight for him. I think he can pull it out. Probably a close decision for Kevin. On here, Albright been fighting in that TCL, taking a lot of punishment. I want to see how he taking punches now. He normally fights at 35. This fight's at 40. So I want to see. There's a lot of questions for him too. Even though on paper it's a tough fight for Kelvin. We'll see. Also, last night we had Red Owl Boxing. Tawidi versus Moreno. Moreno got the decision victory. He outboxed the kid. Easy money, really, over 8 rounds. It was a solid fight. It was competitive, but it was kind of one-sided because Moreno was doing the better boxing. So he improves to 11-0. Co-main event, Alice Martin versus Antonio Perez. Perez moving up to 140. Good fighter. He had a good win over Bang Williams. Um, like last year on the Don King card. Then he moved up to 40 and beat Alice Martin, who been around the block for a while, southpaw, but he outboxed him and won the decision. So this was on the zone last night too, if you guys missed it. Also sticking on the zone, last night we had Salita Promotions. They had a solid card last night. Joseph Hicks, he got upset last night by Wendy Toussaint. Toussaint was too strong for him. And I think when he hurt him early in that fight, and Hicks never really got back in the fight, although the middle rounds he was doing okay, but it wasn't enough to actually seal the deal type shit. So Wendy Toussaint got a nice upset victory. So he can move on. That fight was at 154, and maybe he get a bigger fight. Joshua Pagan had a good fight with James Barradine. Pretty solid fight. Pagan got the victory. Franchon Cruz Lazern versus Ortiz. Carlita Ortiz. Listen, yo. This was an ugly fight. Sloppy. A lot of it wasn't a good fight to watch. But if you really pay attention, Ortiz won that fight. Ortiz had the more crisper shots. Her combinations was better. I like her. I like when she would bait Franchon in and she would land combination. I mean, Franchon looked old. She kind of looked. I mean, she looked a little older, and she always been sloppy. She always been sloppy her whole career. But last night she looked bad. I don't know if it's the ring rust. I don't know if she just old, whatever, but she looked bad. She's a unified champion. She should have lost her titles last night. I thought Ortiz won that fight. Maybe 6-4, 7-3. Not even gonna hold you because Ortiz was landing a lot of sneaky good shots over. She was beating Franchon to the punch. She had the faster hands. I mean, Franchon didn't look good last night. That performance right there, she don't beat none of the top girls in and around that division. She definitely don't beat Carissa. We're not even gonna talk about that. But Shadeja should beat her in the rematch. And I would favor Savannah too. Shit, I would even favor Raquel Miller. You know what I'm saying? Given her skill set. But yeah, it wasn't a good performance. She got the victory. The scorecards was a majority decision, 95 apiece, 96-94, and then 98-92. That's nasty. That was nasty. There's no way Franchon won 8 rounds. Like she ain't win no 8 rounds. Maybe 5, maybe. I don't know. Foxy Brown in the building. What's good? Yeah, Ortiz won that fight. What's good with you? Yeah, she won that fight. But I get it. You know. All right, main event. So Brandon Moore versus Stanley Wright. Brandon Moore looked pretty solid. You know, he was boxing and moving. Stanley Wright was coming forward. Big, strong dude. I think it was the end of the second or the third. Brandon Moore landed a couple of right hands that dropped Stanley Wright towards the end of the round. I didn't think he was going to beat the count. Like he was laid flat on his back. That was a nice shot, but he got back up, got his shit together. They went a couple of more rounds. And then Brandon Moore suffered a head clash, which caused a cut, and they stopped the fight. So Brandon Moore won the fight on technical decision. But he was going to win that fight. I thought he looked solid. I mean, he's not the best heavyweight, but he's, tall, got some decent pop and rangy. So this was a good win because Stanley Wright was coming off an upset victory over Jeremiah Milton. So he was coming out the best win of his career, and he beat him when he was on a high. So you have to give props to that. It's like when like these guys' resumes are built on when they beat that opponent, what stage of their career, not just he fought this guy, he got this losses. Some guys can bounce back and be on a roll, and you beat them. that's a feather in your cap. So that's what it is. Post fight, Brandon Moore called out Jerry Anderson. I'm not mad at that. Jerry Anderson need to get back in the mix. We haven't seen him since what, February. He didn't really look interested in fighting. If he interested in fighting, I wouldn't mind Brandon Moore fight for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. All right. So we're gonna get into what's going on today. Big Dog Willie, what's good with you, bro? J. Paul, Tank, November 22nd. Let's get it. MGM. If it's an MGM, I'm going. I mess with the MGM. Yes, sir. Tank is not fighting J. Paul. I don't believe it. Or where? Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right. So today, let's talk about today. June the 7th. So we still got a lot of boxing, and we're gonna get to the Keyshawn drama. We're gonna work our way up though. We got a lot of fights. We're gonna do it in order. So we got this one right here. This is Callum Simpson. This is a boxer show. So he's a super middleweight. He got some world rankings across the board. Pretty good fighter. He's headlining in a stadium in his hometown against Ivan Zucco from Italy. So pretty solid fight. Both guys are undefeated. It's for the European title. Simpson, he wins this fight. He can put his name in there with the big boys at 68 because 68 is kind of popping right now. If you guys ain't been paying attention, so he can definitely put himself in a position. Now, Boxer was trying to put Adam Azam on this card. They had a late replacement. It was like a 3-day notice, but they waited yesterday, and then as you can see, the commission they stopped the fight. You know what I'm saying? They blocked the fight, so Adam Azam would not be on this card tonight. So that's what it is. Maybe he'll come back in the later on in the summer. I know Boxer's supposed to get a new deal or some shit like that. So that's what it is. So anybody that was interested of seeing Adam Azam, then you're not gonna see him. He's off. We have Reese Edwards versus Thomas Assemble. So that's on the card. And we got another super middleweight fight. Kind of interesting. Mark Jeffers, undefeated super middleweight from the UK, versus Sean Hemphill from the US. Hemphill is a solid fighter. He been in there with some good competition. He fought William Skull. I remember he had a fight on Showbox before they went off. So yeah, we'll see. It's a decent fight right here. And Jeffers, if he wins, he may get Callum Simpson later on down the line. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. You guys can catch this card on Prime Video in the US. It's gonna start like I think what is it, 2 o'clock on the East Coast time. So you guys can tap in. You got Prime Video, you know what I'm saying, if you want to watch this card for sure. Any excuses tonight? Now, I don't think Kyle Simpson gonna have any excuses. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to beat Zucco. Even though Zucco is a good fighter, I don't see him having no excuses. He should be good for sure. All right, so we got this card right here on the zone. Queensberry. We got Fabio Wardley versus Justice Huni. Fabio Wardley is one of the bigger punchers in the heavyweight division. Real strong. I like him, and he come to fight too. You know what I'm saying? Justice Huni is a late replacement, about 6 weeks, but that's a good enough time to get ready. These are heavyweights. I seen the weigh in. Justice Huni came in at 248, kind of high for me. I was expecting him around about 240 or high 230s. Fabio Wardley around his same weight. We're gonna see. I expect Huni to be boxing and Wardley to try to catch up with him, and I think once he do, I think he'll end up stopping him. But we'll see. Interesting fight. It's for the WBA interim title. You can catch this live on the zone. I think it's gonna be like in a couple of hours. So like 1:30 for the East Coast. If you guys want to tap in, the prelims is on right now. If you guys want to, go tap in with it. Here's the undercard. Pierce O'Leary, big puncher at 140. Heisa, he's the heavyweight contender. Well, he's like a French contender, but if Heisa win his fight against Corte, he might get Moses Atamo next. So this is probably like an audition for him. He's 40 years old, got a lot of knockouts on his resume. But if he wins, he'll probably be Moses' opponent. Mike Perez versus Stephen Ward. That's a cruiserweight fight. Perez been around for a minute, you know. We'll see. Sam Gilly versus Green. That's a good fight too. So pretty decent card though. You guys want to tap in with it for sure. I want to see Fabio Wardley though. He'll big puncher. All right. Also on the zone, we got this card right here. It's from Fenway Park in Boston. Got some notable names on the card. Not really crazy competitive matchups on paper, but you guys want to tap in with it. You got Abraham Nova. Abraham Nova is on the card. I think this is like his first fight after being released from Top Rank. Jaye Brown is on the card. So those are names hardcore boxing fans are familiar with. So we'll see. And this one's on the zone. You can catch it. I think it's 5 o'clock on the East Coast time. So if you're interested, tap in. We got Beatrice Fiera on the card. One of the best fighters in women's boxing. I ain't gonna lie, she's nice with it. She's an IBF lightweight champion. She defended her title tonight on the MVP show. So check her out. It's a prospect card, so there's a lot of young talent. So I think this card starts at like 8 o'clock for the East Coast. I don't know. They should have a prelims too. Check the prelims on their YouTube and social media, stuff like that. So that's what's up. IBF championship. So we got Probox too. I know there's a lot of fights today, but Probox is also they doing their thing. We got a new main event because Justin Pardo missed weight too. You know what I'm saying? So I know nobody's talking about that. We all talking about Keyshawn. Everybody's talking about what Keyshawn happened. What happened to him? But Justin Pardo did the same thing. Missed weight, came in heavy, so they had to cancel his fight. We got a new main event. Michael Angeletti versus Coria. This is a tough fight right here. Probably the toughest fight of Michael Angeletti's career. Good fight. Moreno versus Bonet. That's a welterweight fight. Pretty solid too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, tap in with Probox, man. Don't forget about Probox. I know we got a bunch of shit going on. You can catch it on their YouTube channel. But yeah, I like it though. All right. So moving on. So this, we already know the story. We've been through it. Y'all heard it. Keyshawn Davis fight got canceled with Edwin De Los Santos. He came in 4 pounds over, like 4.5 pounds over. Missed weight. They even tried to make the weight. They negotiated. And at the end of the day, Team De Los Santos, they turned it down. They had some shit in place where Keyshawn can only weigh 149, only gained 10 pounds in the second day weigh-in, and everything was agreed upon. And then like the last second, Simpson was like, "Nah, we out." So what happened is Del Santos gonna get his purse, which is so that's what's up though. You know what I'm saying? I just hope he can still stay active and probably come back on one of these cards. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Top Rank can get him an option, or he can get on a PBC card, whatever, because he did a whole training camp. So, fighting, being able to fight and use with everything you went through, that's just different. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hopefully, he can get back though. But he got his purse though, so that's what's up. That's what's up. So we got a new main event. By Dula Mason versus Nakathila. It was a co-main that got bumped up to the main spot. Big opportunity for Mason. I wish boxers fought closer to their weight. We all weighed their opponents by 20, 30 pounds. Yeah, it's not fair, but that shit been going on for ages. We gotta get somebody in there to regulate that shit. It's gonna keep going on. It's gonna keep going on. That shit been happening. Samson didn't like that at all. No, I'm with it. I'm not mad at the decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. Thank Father, what's good with you? Salute. I'm not mad at it. If you can get your guy his purse, yo, that's dope. Because sometimes they don't even give him some of their purse. If no fight, no pay. But that's what's up. Mason, great position. You know what I'm saying? Moves up to the main event. He's facing Nakathila. So this is basically like This is a prerequisite for him to fight for the vacant title. He's number 2 in the WBO. We know the title is vacant now with Keyshawn. So he's number 2. Sam Notes is number 1. According to their rules, you have to beat somebody in the top 15 of the rankings to get considered. So him fighting Nakathila, it meets that. Nakathila came in number 11 in the new rankings. Mason came in moved up to number 2. So this is basically like a mandatory type of situation. Even if Keyshawn would have fought, Mason would have been in line to be a mandatory. But now with the title vacant, depending on what top rank and his management want to do, he should be able to go into a vacant title fight. Look like it should be Sam Noakes. Sam Noakes is with Queensberry. He's a big puncher from the UK, strong. Mason's more talented to him, but that's a big puncher. But tonight he facing Nakathila, he's a big puncher in his own right, but he's right hand dominant. Against a southpaw it could work, but I think Mason gonna time him and piece him up. When Nakathila fight punchers and guys that attack him, he get up out of there early. Look at the Raymore Tyler fight. Look at Tito Mercado. They both stopped him in 2 rounds because they was aggressive with him. So I think Mason will do the same. He got a great opportunity, to steal some fans. Main event, he got a fan-friendly style. And this is the prelude for him to win, for him fighting for a world title. That's dope. Good for him, for sure. Fox and Brown with the super sticker. I appreciate that. Salute to you. Thank you so much. Time for Mason to shine as the main event. Now, for real, got a great opportunity. What's going to happen to the belt? So the WBO is vacant right now. After, Mason, after his fight tonight, then they're going to order the highest 2 available contenders to fight for the vacant WBO title. So I don't know how long that's going to take. If they're going to do it immediately, like Monday type shit, or they're going to wait to see who's available. A lot of times they go to the rankings. I'm gonna pull up the rankings real quick too. They'll go to the rankings and they'll go ask these fighters and their team, "Are you available?" So they'll go to Sam Notes and say, "Look, you got any fights coming up?" They'd be like, "Nah, are you willing to accept a mandatory position against Abdullah Mason or whoever is available?" You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happens. So it depends on when the WBO want to order it. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be soon because they don't like to leave their titles vacant like that. So I'm going to pull their rankings up real quick, though. So we'll see. They said the highest 2 available contenders. So that's not saying 1 and 2 because maybe 1 already got a fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? Already signed a fight. Already had a contract for a fight. So we'll see. And I heard that Mason they already got an opponent lined up for Mason already. So I don't know. We'll see. A lot of shit can happen, especially based on the performance Mason do tonight. He'll definitely be in the top of the heat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100. I appreciate you. Jab Queen Boxing salute. Yeah, so we'll see. Let me take this off real quick. Just to show you guys real quick at the rankings. Then I go back to the card because it's a good card too. Even with Keyshawn off the card, it's still a good card. Still a good card. All right, so real quick, here's the WBO rankings right here. Sam Noakes, like I mentioned, he's number 1. Sam Noakes is with Queensberry. They have a great relationship with the WBO, same as Top Rank. That to me is probably the natural fight. You know what I'm saying? Notes with Frank shouldn't be a hard fight to make. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying for sure. It shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard. Not with you. It shouldn't be hard. We'll just have to see. Cause I know Sam Notes said he had something big coming up in the summer, but this is before the Keyshawn fight. So I don't know. Do he keep that? Does he keep that? He keep that same situation, or do he go to the vacant title? I would expect him to fight for the vacant title if it's available, right? So I'm thinking there's Noakes and Mason for it. Mason is fighting Nakathila tonight. He's number 11. they gave him that ranking, and he didn't really do too much. So if you read between the line, they was setting Mason up to become the mandatory anyway. Now, just so happened that the title was vacant. Maybe that's expedite his time to get the belt. Because I know they was trying to do one more fight before he fought for the title. That's why the Keyshawn calling out Mason, the real ones know that shit won't gonna happen. You can just tell how they was talking. It won't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like Bob said no, and then I already know Jay Princeton don't want trying to make that fight right now. So we'll see though. But Mason and Noakes, we got Gabe Flores Jr. is fighting next week. But he didn't fight nobody in the top 15. So he probably won't get that position. You know what I'm saying? Sam Noakes did. He's number one. He won the international. The international title is like the silver title. It's the highest. It's the second highest title in the WBO. So Noakes and I feel like Noakes and Mason is the fight, and that's a good fight. So we'll see. All that shit gonna come out pretty soon. So yes, sir. All right. So back to this card because this is a good card too. Even with the loss of Keyshawn, we have a new co-main event. We have Nahir Albright and Kelvin Davis. Pretty solid fight. My guy asked me about this fight earlier. I think Davis will win this fight, but I think it'll be a tough one. Nahir Albright can fight. He can box. He can slow the fight down. He have a decent right hand. At 140, I haven't seen much of him at 140. I know he was fighting in that TCL, and that TCL be taking a lot out of these fighters. Those one rounders, man, they be giving those guys hell. I think he got knocked out in one of those shits. But yeah, we're gonna see. Kelvin been more active as of late. It's an interesting fight though. And Kelvin, he needs to step up too because, like, when you got like 14, 15 fights, bro, it's time for somebody to make. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come. You gotta show me something. Like it's make or break. You gotta get in a fight where it's make or break. So that's the new co-main event. We'll see. I know they offering people to get their refund because Keyshawn is that fight not happening. So I mean, hopefully that everybody they don't go too crazy. I expect people to get their refund, but hopefully not too crazy because they did a good job promoting and selling that event. But yeah, Keyshawn dropped the ball on that shit, hurt the whole event. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Yes, I agree." Salute, D'Lo in the building. Salute. No, you good, bro. Salute to you. You have position on Keyshawn next opponent. Yeah, I say do Devin Haney. Shit, do Devin Haney. Because the way I look at it, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come right back to that. I'm gonna leave yours up so you can remind me. Let me finish this card though. I got you. This is my thoughts though. This is what I'm thinking. So you got Keon Davis on the card, part DB3, the youngest of the three. Um, Good looking prospect. He's on the card. He got an undefeated fighter. Troy Osley. He's facing the Brazilian guy that's been around for a minute. So that's a good one. Tiger Johnson got Boca Chica, which should be a solid fight. And then Yuri Cedeno. Listen, yo, I've been trying to tell people, I think Cedeno is the best fighter on the card now. I do. Cedeno is like that. Now, let's see if we're going to keep proving me right. But if you've seen Cedeno recently, he's doing the same shit Abdullah Mason doing. It's just at middleweight. There's nobody really talking about him. This kid is nice. Y'all going to see tonight. He's nice. So, yeah, it should still be a good card, man. Hopefully everybody tap in with it for sure. It is a letdown that Keyshawn is out, but we'll see. Yeah, so okay, this is my theory on that, right? For Keyshawn, he going to 140. Chino in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. He going to 140, and he talking about big fights and big money. I mean, I see Devin Haney don't have a dance partner right now. I mean, to me, it would make sense to do the fight. I mean, if they were to fight in Saudi on August the 16th, they try to do a card over there. He might as well. That's the biggest opportunity, biggest name for him. Now, we'll see if he's going to accept the catch weight and shit. Because if you're going to fight Devin Haney, he want to fight at 47. but he's willing to do catch weight if the opponent want to do it. So it's not Devin Haney asking for catch weights; it's the opponents. You know what I'm saying? There's people probably don't know, understand that. It's too easy though. So that's my theory. I think he should do that fight because he's not gonna get Teofimo. He's not gonna get Teofimo. Top Rank really don't have nothing for him because Top Rank about to go into their new deal. If he get a fight under the Top Rank banner, it's going to have to be like in the fall, September, October, some shit like that. So if he feel like he can turn around, get back in camp, maybe do, he still in shape. He looked like he was in dog shape. He just ain't trying to make the weight. But why not do a catch weight with Devin Haney? 45, 44, some shit like that. That way, I mean, if Devin Haney was willing to accept a catch weight with Teofimo, who's been fighting at 40, I'm pretty sure he would do the same thing for Keyshawn. That's what I'm thinking because that's a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Both guys don't got nowhere to go right now because Keyshawn, he ain't even talking about fighting for titles. Devin Haney ain't talking about fighting for titles, so they might as well. That's just me thinking. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're gonna put him on ice. I don't know, but I would do that shit. I would do that. That's a big fight for both of them. Especially if Devin came from, he don't got no dance partner and shit. So I don't know. Bob didn't like what Keyshawn did. Nah, for real. Nah, he fucked up a lot of bread, a lot of money, a lot of people's time and resources, and it's not a good look for him, for sure. But he can bounce back. I'm not gonna be the one to dwell on the negative all the time because these guys, boxers do this shit all the time. Like they miss weight. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm all about the come up, the come back, because he got a good team. He got the same advisor as Terrence Crawford. That advisor had Terrence Crawford walking second against Spence. So he got a good team behind him. When people were saying Crawford only deserved 30%, he negotiated damn near 50 for that shit. So it's like he can come back. So I would say this one's gonna hurt a little bit, but the way to kind of redeem himself, he got to fight a notable guy, maybe a big name opponent, maybe to redeem himself, get his credibility back. But because it depends on what side you're on, he looked crazy. Like some people like say he clout chased Abdullah Mason. You know what I'm saying? Or some people say he's scared to take the power from what's his name. That's why he missed weight. So there's a lot of little narratives going around. If you want to break him, then he might have to fight somebody with a big name that maybe he can get some recognition for. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it kind of makes sense. The Haney and Keyshawn fight actually makes sense because Turkey trying to get both of those guys opponents, and Teofimo don't want to fight neither one of them. We already see that. So why not fight each other? Shit, they can work on that. They can work on the deal. Why not? I know Keyshawn been in camp. That fight day is like what 2 months away. Maybe take a 2 weeks off and probably get back in camp the end of June, maybe. And I think he'll probably be right on point because he looked like he was ready to fight. I'm not even gonna lie. He just didn't try to make the weight. So that's crazy, And I ain't really mad at Del Santos' team either. So it is what it is. I read that Edwin was still getting his full purse. Yeah, now for real. That's what it is. That's what it is. He called himself the businessman. Yeah. Yeah, he messed that up. He messed that up. He probably still can be the businessman, but he might have to go get some more lessons, take some more courses or something. Because that what he did is crazy. He fucked up the whole shit for his brothers, for the city, everybody. Because Norfolk don't be getting a lot of events like that. Ain't a lot of sports event, pro sports. So for him it's crazy. But he can bounce back. Let's see. All right, so that's we covered today what we got going on today. A lot of boxing, you know what I'm saying, for you guys to tap in. Sunday, tomorrow early though. We got 2 early cards for you guys. For you to tap into. We got Jay Opetaia fighting in Australia, defending his title against Sequoia. It's a fight he should win. He's on the path of unification with either Zerto or maybe no with Zerto because Badu Jack he got some shit he got to handle. He got another. They order a rematch with him and McKaylen. So yeah, I like Jay Opetaia though. Jay Opetaia is like in the running for KO of the year too. The knockout he had in January. So yeah, I like him because he a action packed fighter. Connor Wallace is on the card. He's IBF #2 at light heavyweight. If that title becomes vacant between Bivol and Beterbiev, he would fight for the vacant title. So he's on this. So it's gonna be early in the morning. I gotta see the time real quick. Australian time. That should be hella early. So let me see. But yeah, I like Jay Abataya though. He's must watch for sure. He be bringing that shit too. I want to. I think Obatiah versus Zerto might be one of the best fights to be made the rest of the year. If we can get it next, that'd be one of the best fights to be made because those dudes be getting to it. You know what I'm saying? So the prelims for Obatiah's card is like what is it? 11:30, like 2:30, 2:30 in the morning, and then his card is like the main card is like 5 o'clock. So if you guys gonna tap in for that, that's East Coast time. If you're gonna tap into that, feel free. All right, the last one we have ESPN Plus. We got Jonto Nakatani versus Ryo Nishida. We got unification at 118. Real good fight. Bruce Gas in the building. What's good with you? It's a battle of two southpaws. It's gonna be an early start too. They live from Japan. Um, Real good fight, man. I'm looking forward to it because I think boxing is trying to get us away from like unifications and stuff like that. I ain't mad at it. They can take the belts away as long as the two best fighters fight. I think a lot of fans are knowledgeable enough to know who are the two best. These two guys right here are the two best at 118. And Nakatani for his part, he trying to bolster his resume so he can get to anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it would make it more so of a legacy fight because I think him versus anyway would be a spectacular fight at 122 if they can get to it. So this is like part of his journey. You know what I'm saying? This card gonna start early, 4:30 in the morning, East Coast time. So you guys want to tap in, feel free. Yeah, he falling them to the body. Yeah, we're gonna see. Like Nishida's alright though. They fighting in the rain. Who's that fighting in the rain right now? You talking about Fabio Wardley's card? Damn, I know they having a stadium fight. You talking about that card, Foxy Brown? I know they got their prelims out right now. So yeah, but the co-main event though. Oh, okay, damn, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I hope they got like a plan to mitigate that shit. Well, you can't really mitigate it because maybe some tarps or something. Damn, that's gonna be rough on the fighters. Co-main event though, Tenshin Nakasawa versus Victor Santillan. So this is a tough fight. Victor Santillan is a tough fighter he from Dominican, Southpaw, strong. He kind of got that De Los Santos in him. All them Dominicans got that fast twitch. You know what I'm saying? This is a tough fight right here. Like I'm starting to you know believe in tension more because I just saw him as like a kickboxer and a novelty act, right? Ever since like the Floyd exhibition, but he is actually a good solid boxer. You know what I'm saying? So I think yo, this is interesting right here. This is gonna be on the card though. Tension is #1 in the WBC, so this could be like his last fight. He can fight for the unified titles against the winner of Nakatani and Nishida. So yeah, and Tension is like one of the biggest. He's like the biggest star in Japan, bigger than Anyway, bigger than all those guys. So yes, sir. So that's the fight for the weekend, Saturday and Sunday for you guys. I like him. Yeah, I like him too. He growing on me a little bit. At first, I thought he was just you know, just a novelty act. Just, have a couple fights here and there, being attraction on the card. But he actually can fight. Like, so salute to him. So that's what it is, man. I'll leave you guys with that. I'm about to get into these prelims and see what's going on. But salute to everybody coming through the building. Hopefully, everybody can tap into the fights today and tomorrow. Got a lot of action. I know we're missing Keyshawn, but it goes on. We're always on to the next. And now Mason, he got a big opportunity to shine. And the rest of the guys on the card, too, they can, if they have some good performances, make us forget about the Keyshawn shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of time I'm on. I want to salute everybody coming through the building for sure. I appreciate you guys' support. She said, peace to you. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Jab Queen Boxing. Thank you, L-Dub. Thank you. Appreciate you coming through the building. But yeah, salute to everybody coming through. That's my time, and I'm out.